What makes Venice as one of the most beautiful city? Come with me and let's find out.
You'll find cities claiming to be the Venice of the North, the Venice of Africa, the Venice of the East. Any city crossed by canals or with colorful buildings sitting on the water edge want to be associated with the image of the world's most beautiful city. But the beauty of Italy's Venice is unrivaled, and the entire city is one work of art. It's also one of only a few cities in the world that can be described as truly unique, where main streets are canals, there are no cars or traffic jams, and the mixture of Renaissance, Byzantine, Gothic, and Baroque architectures leave anyone wondering if this magical cityscape is real at all. The fairy tale or theatrical atmosphere is then enhanced by the carnival mask shop, romantic gondola rides, and colorful palaces. Everywhere you turn is postcard image of this unequaled urban masterpiece. Nothing quite prepares you for Venice, even after seeing it in a million times in tourist brochures, guidebooks, or films. You'll fall in love at first sight and will stand in awe of its architecture, piazzas, and canal views until the very last minute before you leave. You'll have the designer shops, sophisticated bars, classy restaurants, galleries, and other tempting attractions to go-enders. But nothing can prevent you from going back to standing by a canal, admiring the most spectacular city ever created over and over again. Piazza San Marco is the one of the world's most beautiful squares, and anyone standing before its famous Basilica di San Marco in the Palazzo Ducale won't disagree. Go inside those famous landmarks and pass by Ponte di Sospiri or Bridge of Sighs, behind the Palazzo Ducale, after going up to the Campanile Tower for city views. Picasso, Pollock, Duchamp, Dali, Mero, and Magritte are just some of the artists represented at the Piggy Guggenheim Museum, which is contemporary art collection housed in a wonderful one-floor palazzo that served as Piggy's residence for 3 decades. Stay at the garden for a while, admiring the sculptures scattered around. If you enjoy that, you also want to pass by Palazzo Grassi, an 18th century palace renovated in 2006 to display temporary art exhibition around the stunning marble interior. If you only have time for one museum in Venice, we recommend Piggy Guggenheim, but admirers of the Renaissance will prepare the Accademia Gallery. It's actually the city's most important museum, rich in religious art and offering a unique perspective on centuries of Venetian art. Also outstanding is the collection inside the Scuola Grande di San Rocco, with impressive works by Tintoretto. More works by Venetian and other European artists are in the Galleria Giorgio Franchitti, inside an impressive architectural masterpiece, the Ca' d'Oro. Even if you don't visit the museum, be sure to note that 15th century palace's magnificent facade facing the Grand Canal. Santa Maria Gloriosa del Frare, or simply Frari, is a 15th century Gothic church, known for its interior decorated with masterpieces by Tiziano and Bellini, monumental tombs, and a fantastic wooden sculpture by Donatello. While this church is more impressive inside, Santa Maria della Salute is a grandiose Baroque church, best admired from outside, with its huge domes seen from almost anywhere on the Grand Canal. The interior is surprisingly somber, although it includes some notable 16th century paintings. To go farther back in time, visit the islands of Tercello, the oldest continuously populated region of Venice. Its 7th century cathedral features some magnificent mosaics, and the adjacent church is a wonderful example of the Byzantine style. Venice avoided contemporary architecture so much that its brand new construction in 7 decades drew endless controversy. Santiago Calatreba's Constitution Bridge opened without a major ceremony in 2008 after protesters said it had a city skyline from Piazzale, Roma. In a waste of Venice's money and lack access for the disabled, you draw your own conclusion as you cross the 94-meter glass arch. Take a Vaporito or water bath, ride from outside the train station all the way to Piazza San Marco to admire all of the stunning architecture facing the Grand Canal. An even more romantic experience is a gondola ride through the city's canals and in between the decaying buildings. As you walk around the city, you'll see signs pointing to the direction of Rialto, a neighborhood known for its market and iconic bridge. Do as Venetians and start your day at the market and return to the night for the city's happiest hangout located behind the bridge. Window shop down at Calle Laga 22 Marzo, west of Piazza San Marco for all the big-name fashion levels you expect to find in any Italian city. Other upscale shops line the street collectively known as the Mercery, but note that prices in Venice are generally higher than in Rome and Florence. The best buy in the city are its craft, especially glassware from Murano, less from Burano, and famous paper match must. There are so many shops selling those crafts that many are of mass-produced low quality and very likely even made in China. To make sure it's an authentic Venetian item, look at the price. If it's an astronomical amount, it's likely to be the real thing. You'll need to take some time to look around and find the truly original pieces, with a trip to Murano being the best idea if you're really serious about this special glassware. You also can't leave Venice without visiting the bustling Rialto market, taking place every morning from Monday to Saturday by the Rialto Bridge. You'll find Venetians buying their fresh fruits, vegetables, fish, and variety of cheeses. After an obligatory stop at the classic, palatial cafes in and around Piazza San Marco, avoid the city's many touristy restaurants and find the ones serving some fine regional cuisine or more ambitious contemporary menus. Venice is the city where you really need to look for a more outstanding dining experience, usually found in the back street away from the Grand Canal.